Hey folks, Mr. MegaManFan here. Last week we had an episode of Genesis Does that was interrupted by a mail call, so this week we'll do it to the PC Engine files. We'll spread that wealth around a little bit. Let's see what I've got in the mail here with a curious amount of black electrical tape on it. Kind of hard to fathom why they would use that to seal it, or at least it looks like electrical tape to me, but I could be wrong. Oh, it's the Great Edgar Hunt complete. I had a PAL version, now I have the real thing. If it works, and if it does work, I'll leave a good review, but we won't be able to determine that until I'm through opening all of this mail and other assorted goodies. So let me just set that to the side, set this flyer for college football and Disney aside, and let's see what's in this very thin envelope. Oh, Virtue's Last Reward for the Vita. I thought this would be shipped by Amazon, but it must have been from a third-party seller, so I got it in the mail instead, which I'm not complaining about. The Castlevania collection for Nintendo Switch. As you can see, I was happy about limited run games rectifying the problem with my collector's edition. So I thought, why not pick up the Best Buy release of this for Switch, which is cheaper than ordering it through LRG and having to pay shipping, but it is still an LRG release. Presumably one with Best Buy exclusive cover art, because that seems to be how they do things. One version for the people who buy it, or pre-order it, I should say, and one for Best Buy. And they sell the cover sheets on the website for like $1 if you want to throw one into your order, if you really want both versions. Let's see what it looks like on the inside. There's an actual insert that is so rare these days when it comes to Nintendo Switch or anything else, but they actually have a physical manual inside it, and that to me I think really makes it worth it, aside from just saying I have a physical Castlevania game for the Switch now. Not saying you can't get it digitally, not saying you can't play it digitally, but for me, that's appealing since I've been buying Castlevania games for years. Speaking of which, Guilty Gear XRD or SRD, I really don't know how you say that. I don't know if you're supposed to pronounce it like third or X or XRD. Someone in the comments section will tell me the correct pronunciation for that, but this one did come from Amazon, and it was really cheap too, which kind of surprised me for a Guilty Gear game, but it was only like $11, and I thought at that price it was worth it. And it too comes with a manual, which I had a feeling it would, but again, you get so used to games not coming with them anymore that it's still a pleasant surprise when they do. What used to be the norm is now the exception to the rule. And I've got this Bianca Belair pop that I picked up from Five Below. I think it's the only other WWE one I've seen at Five Below. You may remember that I previously got Dude Love and Alexa Bliss I think I like this one more than Bliss, and not just because she's the current Raw Women's Champion. I just think it's a nicer sculpt, and it even has Bianca's signature lip kiss outfit that she designed herself. So yeah, I'm happy with this one. Like I said, I think I like it more than the Twisted Bliss one I bought. But let's go test Animaniacs, The Great Edgar Hunt, see if it works, and then we'll find out whether or not I'm leaving that eBay seller the 5-star feedback they requested. So move all of this junk out of the way. So far, so good. I'm just letting all these animations play out because I want to make sure it doesn't skip or freeze on anything. I'm taking no chances here. Although, speaking of not taking chances, let's turn down the volume about 99%. Little is known about the nominations this time, but one thing is for sure, we're in for a night of real showbiz pizzazz. Even that Richie Rich guy cleaned up with his smash hit Huff Puff and Two Little Pigs, winning Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, and Best Pigs. The box office has been rocked by the phenomenal success of low-budget horror movie Slugs by none other than Terry Hatchling. But are we in for any shocks? Will Gwen's softly pale toes burst into tears again? Here's all I care about, the free buffet. Everything seems to be working. Still haven't seen Yakko Wacko or Dot yet. Somebody's stealing all the Edgars, which are their parody of the Oscars. And the guy doing it sounds like Professor Hubert Farnsworth. Good news, everyone! Stroking a cat just like he's Ernest Stavro Blofeld. Only it's not a white cat, so it doesn't quite work. Well, actually, given the floppy ears, maybe it's a bunny, not a cat, but it's got an awful square head for a rabbit. Certainly doesn't look like Bugs Bunny, now does it? It was probably a blue rabbit. Dagnabbit. And there goes the water tower where Yakko Wacko and Dot live. And here they are, the Warner Brothers and their Warner sister. So far, so good. I will be convinced once we get past all the various loading into actual gameplay, and we're not quite there yet. Another thing I didn't like about the PAL version is the aspect ratio was a little bit off, and even though it ran in my region modded GameCube, the picture was still not all on screen, so you couldn't see all of the captions and all of the artwork. But in this North American version, everything seems to be working the way it should. Looking how it should, running how it should. Except now, how do I get in here again? Do I have to collect a certain number of items first? Probably. I have to get enough of these silver discs, whatever they are. Film cans, maybe. I've got 13. How many do I need? 15. Is that enough? Well, let's break these trash cans over here. That ought to be enough, don't you think? Come on. Let me in. Yeah, I think it works. Now, how do I save? Exit. Are you sure you want to exit? Do you want to save? Okay. That is a successfully tested game. I'm Mr. MegaManFan. Thanks for watching.